to Little Miss Drop Stitch, and today's quite an exciting one because we're bringing colour into our knitting. So there's 3 different types of colour changes, okay, and I'll go through them all for you. The first one, this is nice and easy. This will be just where we're changing colour every couple of rows. The second one, which it's not tricky, it's just a little bit more thinking. This is where we're changing colour every 4 rows, but we don't want to snip the yarn and start again every time. And then lastly, this one here, which has made the square really different and added a whole new dimension to it. So I am really excited about this one. We're just using the colour on 1 row, okay, and just for this feature as well. Here's our first sample, okay, I've got some stocking stitch here, looks just as lovely on the back, mine's tired, okay, and we're going to be changing colour every 2 rows, okay, this is nice and easy. So I've done my 2 rows here, and then we want to change the colour so it's stripy. So I go to knit as normal, in fact let me bring you a bit closer. Brilliant, so we've gone to knit as normal, okay, so we are putting the needle through as if to knit it normal, and then we get our second colour. I'm using blue, and then you want to kind of make it into a bit of a loop like that, and then put that over your right hand needle like that, and then bring the stitch from your left hand needle over the top. Now it might come out of shape a bit, that's absolutely fine. All you need to do is pull on that purple yarn, and I still do that at the end just to tighten them up. Don't cut your first yarn, so your purple one, okay? And then you can carry on knitting with your second colour. I'll get to the end and then I will show you how we change it again. Remember, we're doing 2 rows of colour B, so we just turn around and do whatever stitches we're doing on that second row. So for me it's pearl. I will include in the links actually as well how to do the stocking stitch in case you want to do it as well. Fab. But now at the end, as you see, that's come a little bit loose, but not a problem. So we'll turn it over, put it in our left hand, okay, and then just pull on anything that's loose, okay? So there we go. Now, you can give them a little tie at the side as well, but you might just want to sew them in at the end and that'll tighten them as well. Just make sure they don't come undone. Okay, we want to change to our purple again. So that's not a problem. Make sure they're not getting tangled up at the side of you, but if they do, you can just untwist them rather. Nice and easy, okay? And then, because we've already got our colours kind of loaded into anything, we just start again. Okay, again, if it's a bit loose, we can just give that blue a pull. And we carry on. So if we want to change the blue, then we, at the end of the 2 rows, then we just lift the blue up the side. So what will happen then is they will be carried up the side, and because it's not much of a distance, it's only 2 rows, then you can't really tell as well. So that does make for a nice, neat finish. Here I have a sample where I've actually changed it every 4 rows. Okay, this is garter stitch, so I wanted a different colour every 4 rows, but it would be quite wasteful and, to be honest, quite a lot of effort to keep changing every 4 rows the colour. So what we're going to do, we're going to carry it up the side like we did with the previous one. However, we're going to do a bit of twisting as well so we don't get strands that are really long up the side. Okay, so here's our sample from before. So I'm going to do another 2 rows, okay, in the blue because I've already done 2. But I don't want the really long line up the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist them. Let me bring you closer again. So I'm going to pick up the other colour, even though we're not using it. And all you want to do is twist them around. Okay, nothing fancy. There we go, and then you can carry on knitting. And I'll show you what we do on the next row when we come to change. Brilliant, so we've finished that row. Okay, so I've got 4 rows of the blue. And then I do want to change to the purple now. So we trap the purple halfway, which means we don't get a big line up the side. Then all you're going to do is twist your yarn again. It would be helpful to twist it the other way, but if your work does get kind of, the balls get tangled together, just untangle them periodically, it's not a problem. So then we can carry on. Okay, and there we go. And we're getting the purple in there with 4 rows of blue. Looks like there's 3, but then there's the 4ths on my needle. Now I'll show you what to do if we just want to do the colour change on 1 row. Okay, so like before we went back and forth, that meant we could carry on with the other colour and twist them, but colour would end here if we just did it with 1 row, and we don't want to keep snipping. So what I'd do the stitch before, get your new colour, okay, and here's the tail. Let me move that for you. And all you're wanting to do is place your new colour over the current one, so over your yarn that's to your right here. Okay, so there's the tail, and just place it over, and then we've got it trapped there, and then you can, the next stitch is just as normal. Okay, and then we want to do our coloured bobble. So it's nice and trapped, so I can pick up this new colour, do my bobble, and I'll just do a little bobble, and then I'll also show you what to do on the next row to make that all secure. So there we go, the world's smallest bobble. We've done it in the colour we want, and then just leave that there and carry on in your next colour, okay, to the end. With the colour that you're just using for 1 row, okay, you can snip that, taking care not to snip the wrong one, because if you've never done that before, you're lying. Okay, so this next bit, we've got our coloured bobble. This next bit's all about securing it, okay? So we'll turn over, do whatever your pattern says on the back. This could be the same if you're just doing, you know, a 1 stripy row. So we'll carry on. And then again, we want to stop a couple of stitches before our colour change. Okay, and all I'm going to do is get that end we snipped and twist it round the yarn we're working with, just to trap it. Okay, so there we go. So it's up to you, you can go and twist it again over a couple of other stitches, or you can leave it there just to sew in at the end. The main thing is we've not got a gap then and a gaping hole when we come to sewing. When we come to knitting the next row. There's our original one that's still trapped as well. So here we go, our bobble, nice and secure, and then you could just sew those in at the end. It's up to you, it depends what kind of pattern you're doing. So I don't like to go over more than 5 stitches without a twist. That goes for my colour changing as well on colour projects. So this goes over 5. If it was any more, then I'd probably do another twist in between over your main colour yarn. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I've certainly had a lot of fun with all the colour changes. I will also include some links below in the description to other videos so you can learn some more techniques. Thank you and take care.